Don't know if you hear that wind or not. Bonjour, hello, welcome to MaxMountainWorld. Today I'm day off, it's a Friday, and I can't believe it's over a week since I started either of the two cars. So a couple of little jobs to do to the Saxo, and then I'm heading down the mountain with the Jaguar. So a couple of things, as I say. One that I'll put in at the very end here, a fantastic situation that has occurred. Okay, so here's the video today, Friday, just before Christmas, the 20th of December. Always a question whether after a week it's going to start, especially with the cold. So everything up in the cockpit. No worries. Doors are opening, that means there's power. Everything I'm doing here is in the back. Okay, I'll explain one mod, you could call it, that I'm doing to the car. There's two mods I'm doing today. The first one is to adapt it for a little bit of work. Yesterday we had a lot of rain, and then during the night the temperatures tumbled. We got a little bit of snow, but we got a lot of wind, and temperatures shot down from about 3 or 4 degrees at midnight down to -8 this morning at 6 this morning. So the entrances to the garage I've had to pay attention to. I've already salted here, but you can see over here just ice. Now, yeah, that is mega slippy. So this is just basically to avoid people coming down here and not being able to stop before the door. Yes, a little bit of salt, or quite a lot of salt, on the icy bit just in front of the keyboard for the door as well. So let's go and adapt the car. I'm carrying these buckets, and I'll explain that. So the back of the Saxo is as it was when it passed its control technique, its technical test in November, and I've not put it back to what you could call commercial mode. In other words, just 2 seats in front and a big area at the back. Now the reason is that these, I can't drive about with these full up. It means driving with the door open, and I'm not doing that. So the winter preps are all done for the car. She's on the snow tyres. I've got shovel, I've got chains, I've got all the emergency type stuff in a box in one place on the back there. So the transformation starts with the parcel shelf coming out, and I'm not going to go through all this as I do it. I'll show you what's happened after I've transformed it. Basically pop the rear headrest down, pop the seats down, put the shelf further forward, and it gives me a big space at the back with my box further over towards the right hand side at the back there, and that just makes it workable for doing stuff, and I'll explain what I'm going to do with it later on and why I'm doing this. Snow and ice clearing, like you saw at the front there, is normally in 3 stages. The first stage, if you can catch it soon enough after a snowfall, it's just shoveling to one side. If you get a situation where it's been left for a day or two, sometimes a little bit of salt needs to go on it, as long as the temperatures are higher than -6, -7, because the salt only works down to that temperature. The other option is with temperatures that are predicted to go into the minus double figures the next couple of days, and with this rain situation followed by snow, followed by blow, followed by ice, salt doesn't really do the job, and what I need to do is I need to put gravel down, and the only way to do that, I have permission down at the main station to go down and fill up buckets as I need with gravel and stuff. So that's when this comes into play, and I can put loads of gravel down. If nothing else, when people come and they're looking for problems and stuff, it's something visual to see that something has actually been done. Let the transformation begin. I set this up with the speakers. The speaker wires can be undone by a plug, which means, apart from stuff like that, which means I can actually take it out, set it all up, and then plug the speakers back in the right way round when I've done. Okay, so transformation complete. I'll just show you what I do here. It's pretty neat, pretty easy, pretty simple, pretty efficient, blah, 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 blah. Let's have a look. In a bit of darkness at the front end here, but I've got the interior light on just to show. Front end is basically as was. And the back end, old sheets, they get torn. We can't put them to the laundry people like that. So I recuperate them, I use them. It keeps the car itself clean no matter what goes in underneath. I have my shovel here, which I use, obviously a snow shovel, but it's kind of handy for the gravel thing. I have an old bungee cord. You can see how old it is. It just keeps the shelf in place together with some stays that I've got on the rear handles. And the speakers reconnected, the sounds work great like that as well. And my box of stuff with my heavy duty jump leads, which I'm forever starting clients' cars for them. Everything in there, chains, jacks, you name it, everything that's needed is all there, and just sitting in front, first aid kit. So the car is ready to go, and when I do my exercise with with the gravel, I can put that in and jam stuff to stop it falling over when I'm coming up the road, and needless to say, the door shuts. So that's the final transformation done of the Saxo. Gets it ready for just carting stuff around. The usage of the cars, this one, the little one, just for buzzing about the resort here and doing stuff like I've explained, and the Jaguar for longer journeys, bigger trips down the mountain and stuff like that. So I have one more mod that I'm going to do to this, specifically this, and I'll go into that on the lead out. So that's it. Car's all ready to rock and roll. I'm going to do this. I'll go down for the gravel later on when the sun starts coming down, and that's when the snow and ice is at its softest, and I can get the gravel to stick by chucking it everywhere. So that's it. One more thing here, very important for me as well. Absolutely fantastic situation occurred that allows me to do what I'm about to do. So that's it for today. Just a little update on cars and this, that, the next thing, a few other things, and there will be a lot more. There'll be a lot of skiing videos coming. I've not been out skiing for a few days as well because I've had a bit of a flu bug just at the tail end of that. So thanks very much for watching. Keep subscribing and all that stuff. There'll be lots more coming. Ciao. A good few videos ago, I mentioned on one of my videos that the Ecos sticker here, which you can just see still says Ecos, but I'm not going to try and take that off because it'll just bring the lacquer and everything off the paintwork and whatnot. I do have a solution which I can do as a result of a very good friend of mine on the internet and on the radio. I got a red envelope, not what you think. I got a red envelope from a friend of mine in Kirriemuir in Scotland, and inside the envelope is, well, as would be predictable on the 20th of December, a Christmas card. Now, I don't really do Christmas too heavily. When you work in this industry, when you work in this situation in the ski stations, it kind of falls into irrelevance except for the little ones. But what was inside the Christmas card? I have a choice to put that on the back. I have a choice to put that on the back or somewhere else. There's actually two of them, and there's two of the SCOs as well. So what I'll do is I'll fix one of the SCOs over the Ecos thing, and my car has regained its Scottish identity in France. Yeah, looking in closer, you can see maybe, that's it, yeah. where the ECOS was, but basically the top layer came off, and that's the sticky layer that's kind of obviously with sunshine and rain and weather and whatnot. So one thing here, if you're putting a sticker on a car or something like that, don't use chemicals. There's a good top tip for you. Don't use glass cleaner, polishes or anything like that. Two reasons. One, the adhesive on the sticker doesn't work so well, and also anything that happens in the future, it can bubble up and peel off and all sorts. It needs to go direct onto the surface. So grab a clean cloth and just give it a good wipe off with that. If nothing else, that will build up a little bit of static as well that will make the sticker stick on way better. Just do that for a couple of minutes and then it's ready for the sticker. Right, even though it's smaller, that's going to go on pretty neatly and do the job. Okay, let's peel the back off and see what's what. This is always a fiddly thing. Right, cut. Okay, normal service resumed. I'll pick that up after. And just get it centralized on the oval, get it level. More or less straight. And I'll use the cloth to take out any air bubbles or whatever. And there we are. We've got all the identity back in the car. So yeah, I'm happy at that. It kind of works. Pick up the rubbish, deal with it appropriately. So that's it. And just at the very end here, my good friend on the radio and otherwise, Billy, thank you very much for sending me those. So good. Just one of these little things that I like to have, right, sort of thing. And Billy didn't take anything for it, refused. I offered, he refused. That's the way that things go, and it's also a spirit of us guys in the radio to share things and share goodness and help out and all that stuff. Done so many times myself. You know, the most recent was about a year ago. A friend of mine was wanting a piece of radio equipment. I had one spare. I sent it to him. I took not a cent for it. What goes around comes around in the area of goodness in this world, which is a rare thing these days, but it's great to be a part of it. Okay, finally, thanks again for watching.